Hi and welcome back once again to my channel. I'd like to get straight into the reading for Gemini. If you like the contents, then don't forget to like and subscribe. Now Gemini, as we go into your reading, you can see that as we go to the left bottom card, you can see like that is you work well within your group. You can see that you're a strong, powerful influence with the work group that's around you, that you kind of lead this group along. So there's a lot of laughter and fun around there. And I feel that's where we're coming from in this card. I feel although we're looking at how solid we are in there, you know, within the team that you work with, you are very loved and liked and respected there. I can see that you're looking towards other things as well. Even though we've got new skills coming in for you, you know, I feel like it'll still be in the work that you do, Geminis. I feel like that as you're learning new things and new skills, you're very proud of what you do. And even though for the Geminis that do work for themselves, I'd like to say to you that all the skills you've got, you can add to them, because this has created new skills, but you will pay off through the hard work and dedication that you put in, because you are a perfectionist. You like things done to the fine art. So it's about taking a little bit of reflection right now and taking a little bit of time out to reflect on things and new things that you want to come into, because I can see that if you look to the back cards there, your major card is your strength card. Now that brings you a lot of completion in there, because you can have people falling at your feet with that card, because she represents a whole lot of knowledge within her. So you've come a long way, but you're able to tame things. And the older Geminis can actually talk to the younger ones around Geminis and really bring that confidence to them from what you've learned within your trade. Now you do have a new journey, or you're reflecting on your new journey there, because the card at the bottom shows me that you are reflection. You are taking time to think and time out. So we call this the recovery card. We're getting over things and situations, because although you're wanting this new adventure, and because the Fool comes with new beginnings, but it also ends things as well. So it's the ending of the old and the beginnings of new. And packing up troubles and not taking a few risks and standing out. And sometimes, you know, you're not able to do this freely, that you load yourself back a little bit. But again, you know, the younger Geminis, I've said it speaks solely to me, this first card of the younger ones, that's wanting to take these risks right now. But just reflect on the times ahead of us, and just take some space and time out to feel that you're going forward. I see the Queen of Cups is there now. She's a beautiful card to have in any reading, is the Queen of Cups. Now that also reflects on ideas and choices and decisions. So even you Gemini, you younger girls, it's about reflecting again on the careers and where you want to go with this, because you really are loved within your workforce. And what I feel with you is that you're going to have everything upon your path, because she's a beautiful queen, as the Queen of Cups, where she's emotional at times. You can be emotional, you'll show your emotions, but also you want to go forward within your journey. The Devil comes there to say, look, Geminis, you can overindulge, but oh, so what? A lot of your birthdays coming up right now. Do overindulge and do enjoy yourself. Be a devil if you want to be one. Now, I also feel that it also relates to things you need to break free of also when devils come in. Although you can see there you're tied and you're bound a little bit here. These chains aren't tied to you and binding you. You're there to walk free whenever you want to do. So all the things around you, you can walk from whenever you want to do that. I also see the Queen of Wands. Now that's your very clever queen. Now I feel education with you, and education's a big part of you and very important. And although I've got the luck with you there, it's a very nurturing mother queen, is the Queen of Wands. And again, nurturing where work and situations, and you've got the materialist instincts as well with you. So you're very nurturing, very loving and very giving, and you've got education upon your shoulders. I see the Queen of Pentacles, two queens there together. So I feel like even if you are a twin, because we've got the twins or Geminis, they are twins. So even though we've got one that's very, very in twin relationships. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Well, she's very down to earth. She's very generous, very loving and very giving. So two entirely different but very good queens that sits there. The one that uses the head and the one that likes the money, but the money's in her lap and she's generous with it. So see where you Geminis are, have that little bit of extra cash, and be generous with yourself as well. I see a lot of nurturing and growth within that queen. I see the High Priestess, that's intuition, the loveliest card in my pack. I love the High Priestess because she brings so much to us. She's unity and strength. But she's also has a very spiritual sense to her as well. Don't be afraid to use your intuition. Let it guide you there. Whenever you do it, making a decision about your career, let that come forward. And I do feel, as I'm linking in here, I feel a lot of Geminis is going into careers where they've got to use their heads. But don't be afraid to use that because you've got a great head up on your shoulders. I see that the mother figure shows me in the middle there, using the strength card and the mother there together, the maiden there, that she's learned so much. Mother figures are very, very showing up, very prominent within this reading. And that also links to abundance around. So it also links for the old ones, watch for, there could be redundancies coming up and around because she brings abundance, and that could come in the form of a redundancy. But the good news about her is that she's mature as well. So the older ones who's made the money, don't be afraid to give yourself that little gift. Whether you wanted to move or you wanting a new car, don't be afraid to use this money for that reason, because you worked for your abundance and it's showing up there. You will go up a little bit upside down because the hangman's showing up for you there. Now that's turning yourself around, but you need to turn yourself around and you're suspended there a little bit in the air. So I can see there very much, Geminis, that you just need to reflect a little bit inwardly, because it's an internal feeling that I've got here, that you need to go inwardly to reflect on the journeys that are ahead of you by the Chariot that's showing me also. So you have got journeys ahead, but reflect on them. Make sure you fully understand where you want to go and where you want to travel to, because you've got to take a little bit of time and a little bit of, it can be a bit of sacrifice in order for you to make these journeys. So do not make it all work. Do give yourself a little bit of time to turn things around. And just be suspended a little bit there while you think that little bit stronger on the Chariots there to show you the journey. Although you've been pulled in directions with this card, it's showing me very much that although opportunities are there, you need to stay in control, because you could be crossing paths there a little bit where you pulled one way and then you've pulled the other way. I see that there'll be a big gathering around you, social gathering of family and friends all coming together, because the cups of sociality are behind you there, which is top of your cards now. So very in the near future, you've got a gathering coming around. Also, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Now, when the Wheel of Fortune comes in, it's showing you that things have been up and down a little bit. It's karma card to me. It's working off things. Although the wheels are turning for you, it's time to get off that wheel and make the road ahead of you which you want to go. But life has gone up and it's down, brings some good things and some bad things, but also it's turning round now. So again, like the hangman is there for you, it's the wheels also there. It's time to get moving, time to turn round the things you want to get on with. Now I also see that you've got the card there, the Ten of Pentacles, which does relate to loyalty as well. You're very loyal, you're very loving and giving. Again, the double dogs is in there with twins, which means to me that for loyalty, the wealth is there, but it's generated, and it's your tower of strength, and there's a tower around you, a lot of strong people around you, again a lot of wealth there. So I see that generosity and wealth is well upon your cards. You do get down a little bit, you're going to bridge over troubled waters, though I feel like it's no good crying over spilt milk. If you don't keep looking to your past and think of the things that you may feel like you've let down. You just got to keep going forward and bridge over things, because things have to be knocked out the way sometimes. And if you just turn around and face them, you can see that you've got a lot of choices to be made, because the cup sits there beside you, the Seven of Cups, which means a lot of decisions, ideas and choices. And by you're going to be spoilt for choice. So look deeply into what you've got. That will appear around you, because not everything is good as it sometimes is as good as it appears to be. So make your choices wisely, but look into everything. That's why it's telling you to reflect. And you're strong, but you've got to reflect on what you want, because all the choices and decisions, and some things you need to leave behind. Don't choose them, because they're just not worth choosing. So you're rising up there, the Judgment card. So you'll triumph over everything. Although that shows me that you will be making choices, but wise choices. So you're triumphing and rising up there. And you can actually see where we call it the Resurrection card, because it makes judgments, but it rises you up against everything. So we're waiting for that judgment, right? But nobody judges you. You can judge yourself and the road ahead of you, because the hermits come for you. Now that means lighting up your way. lighting the road ahead for you. Now, he's a wise old man, he's the Hermit. He's not somebody that puts you in the dark. He puts you in the light and sees that what's ahead of you. Although you can look back, he's come right down in your reading, so as you look back and reflecting, you can see your journey's not been too bad. He's always shown up at the right time. He's a wise man, you see, and he always reflects. Again, it's a reflection time, because he's bringing you out there and telling you to just look there, because again, the crossroads that we're at, you're crossing your roads once again. You can see that as their arrows are there, you may be finding that you could be pulled again in directions, just like the Chariot's pulling you there. But you need to take the blindfolds and decide what route you want to take. And don't take sides in anybody's arguments or situations. Just make sure the pathway you're following is your guidance, because the Knight of Wands has come to move you up. So you're lifting up and you're moving forward, and I feel that very strongly with you. Again, because you've got some very powerful, strong cards in there. So take your Strength card. Note that you can go forward, make the wise choices, rise up above everything, use your Hermit, he's showing you the road, and I will leave that with you and post you another video in the coming week. If you like the content, Gemini, please like and subscribe for me, and I can keep putting the videos out. Thank you.